In this video today, we're going to look behind the scenes at WordPress.com. WordPress.com is totally free, other than if you want to purchase premium themes, but you can actually sign up to WordPress.com, jump on, and very quickly be creating a WordPress site. And for that reason, it's really terrific for those who just want to get a bit of a feel for WordPress, work out how it works and whether it might be suitable for them. So I've been working on WordPress.com for a long time now. I'm not sure, many years. I first started blogging on blogger.com, and then once all the noise about WordPress started getting up, I moved all of my blogs over to WordPress.com. This is a particular site that I have something like 70 or so blogs on, and as you can see, I've actually got them in pages. When I first came onto WordPress.com, you couldn't do these pages, so I had to do a bit of a hack to actually make it do these pages, but it will actually do pages now. And it is a template site like Wix and Weebly, so within reason you don't really get much of a choice other than to choose the template and work within that template. And as you can see, it is very much a blog site. I say these are pages, but these are categories of blogs. So any of the blogs that's about relationship, animal training, they can be found on that. When you get up with quite a number of blogs on a site, then it's handy for people to be able to search for them, but also to be able to look for them in terms of pages. So they could click onto the page and then go to that page and see particular blogs to do with different topics. And this is a theme. This is a very old theme now. I haven't touched this theme for probably about 10 years. So there are no doubt much better themes out there now, and it's a box, what we call a box setup. To the left is the blog, to the right is various widgets, so you're able to add the widgets you want. You can integrate it in quite well with social media, and including the share buttons down the bottom. But other than that, it is a little bit fixed in terms of what you can do with it. So I'll just show you quickly the various themes that you can have. As with Wix and with Weebly, you go into Appearance and then Themes, and you'll be able to look at quite a number of themes. Now, the interesting point is, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. This 2016 and 2010 and probably 2012, 13, and maybe even 2017 when it comes out. It's just came out. They are actually WordPress.org themes. So the point I wanted to make here is you can come onto WordPress.com. It will cost you nothing. You don't have to pay for hosting. You don't have to pay for this theme. This is free. You don't have to pay for anything. And you can actually use 2016 or any of these other free themes if you wanted to, and get a feel for what it would be like to actually be setting up a WordPress.org, a full hosted site. Now, this dashboard side over here, if you don't look too closely, you can actually think you're looking at a very simple WordPress.org site. Dashboard, some of this stuff's different, but a lot of it's the same. Store will be a premium feature. Posts, media, links, pages, comments, all these appearance options. Users, tools, settings, they are exactly what you will see on the back end of a WordPress.org site. So as I say, it's a great place to come and have a little fiddle around and see what you think of WordPress and see whether you have the skills or the interest in doing it. Would I go to a paid theme? Don't know. If I was just nothing but a blogger, then maybe. But I find what happens when you start doing blogging is that very soon you decide you want to do pages and you want to do contact forms and you want to do all sorts of other things. So they sometimes have their limitations, but for straight out blogging, it's great. For playing around with and learning WordPress, it's great. None of these themes, as you can see, these will be in US dollars. 59, 69, that's not 49, that's not 99, that's starting to get a bit expensive. To be honest, if I'm paying $99 for a WordPress.org theme, I would be going, a WordPress.com theme, even I have trouble with it, I would be going to WordPress.org. See, 150, that's really, that has to have some really significant bells and whistles on it. For 150 US, you can get some really seriously good WordPress.org themes. But have a look around, see what you think. Most of these you will be able to actually go and have a look. You'll generally be able to do a live look at them. You won't be able to change anything, but you'll be able to have a look. And then, as with any of the DIY sites, get the theme that is as close to possible as you want it to be, because you are going to have limited flexibility in terms of being able to change things. So that's the themes. We'll get rid of that page for the moment. So the back end is, here's the pages, as I was talking about, that I have actually set up. So if you see the about, dog training, keep your children safe, sub pages of that, 1, 2, mobile and salon groomers, no sub pages, no sub pages, no sub pages, relationship animal training, then has sub pages. So it'll get your head around how the hierarchy of WordPress.org, of WordPress, either org or .com, works. It'll show you, so if we go to the post pages, the post is where, so here is where I have all of the, what have we got now? I've got 78 published, 2 in draft, so a total of 80. I have no idea what those drafts are. So again, you can add categories, you can add tags, things that you can't tend to do in Wix or Weebly. You could also set different users, so maybe you want to set all this up and then you want to invite someone to come in and just do some posts for you. Maybe it's your virtual assistant, or maybe it's a guest blogger for you. So you can actually stop them from being able to change any of the admin side of it, but actually allow them access to come in and do particularly add extra posts or come in and edit posts. So how a post works, I really won't go into posts and pages too much, because I will be doing more videos and webinars on WordPress itself. So the aim of today is to just give you a quick overview. Basically with WordPress, you've got the WordPress script, which is what powers all of this dashboard and the actual setup of it. And with WordPress.com, you don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do is set up a WordPress.com account, and it will automatically add in the name of the account .wordpress.com. This WP admin edit, that's to get me to the back end. You'll see it here better on that one. So it's the name you want to call it, .wordpress.com. I am not 100% sure, but you possibly can't direct a normal, like say I wanted to delete petcareeducation.com or .com.au. I'm not 100% sure that I can direct that to a .wordpress.com. I certainly can to a .org, but I would be happy to take that on advisement. It's been quite a long time since I've tried to do that, so I could be wrong, but that is one of the limitations. So you would pick your you would then set up your account, pick your theme from that spot we were before, appearance, themes. To some degree, you can go in and start playing with the customization of the theme. So you can change a little bit of the layout. I could have the side. This one's got the sidebar to the right. I could have it to the left. I could have 2 sidebars, left or right. Sidebar left or right, or I could have a full width, no sidebar. Pretty sure you can't do. Pretty sure you cannot do blank pages. Let me have a look, which is an advantage of the WordPress.org. Default template. No, I can only do the default templates that we saw there on the appearance. And so that's the point. You're stuck to really how your theme has been set out. Customize. This is again very, very similar to what you're going to see on WordPress.org. So there's various settings I can make in terms of, there it is. Custom design's part of the premium plan, so I actually don't get to do much there. In all honesty, my opinion would be is if you're going to start to move into a premium plan on WordPress.com, then you're probably looking at time to move up to WordPress.org. But you can set site identity, which is it's displaying a little bit oddly here. I'm on Edge. So site title, tagline, The footer credits telling me I got nothing but a default. That'll be whatever there. The footer credit. Oh, I see. Blog at powered by. I'm advertising them at least. At least I think WordPress is doing it a little bit more subtly than Wix and Weebly tend to do it. Create a free website or blog at WordPresscom. That's a little better, in my opinion. Where were we? Site identity. Colors, so you can play around to some degree with so I could change the background color. I think I'm a little stick of that color. Let's do that one. And the nice thing is that as you're playing, you can actually see it live, and you think, oh yeah, that's not too bad. Right, I'll have that, so I'll save and publish it. Or you might think, oh yuck, that's awful. No, so you can actually play around to a fair degree. Well, this is new too. You can actually have a look at what it looks like on I don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe some sort of tablet. This is definitely mobile. So as you can see, this theme, this is a very old theme, and when I selected this theme, we had mobiles. We certainly didn't have smartphones, so we were not browsing the internet on smartphones. So was this to be an active site again, I would have to be looking at changing the theme, because this theme clearly is. I don't even think you can get this theme anymore. I forget what it's even called now. So the fonts you can change to some degree. The header image, I've obviously had quite a lot there. This is a header image that I designed a long time ago. I'm looking at it now and going, ick, because it's no longer the sort of header image I'd be doing now. But these little icons, they were part of the theme, but the rest is the header images we were doing about 10 years ago. So you could, if you like, put a different header image. So I've just clicked on that one, and it's trying to upgrade. It's trying to change it. It's thinking about it. And so long as I just click here and have a look and do not touch save and publish, I'm fine. But the minute I touch save and publish, and you can't save and not publish, it's only one or the both. So see how it's changed the header image? So I'm just going to click out of here. And now I have to go back to what I had. So I can't remember what I had now. That one, I think. So I go back and think, no, don't want to change it. So at this stage, all I'm doing is changing it on my computer. I'm not changing it live to the internet. And it's still thinking. Edge tends to be quite a slow browser, particularly when it's on an old computer. This is quite an old computer now that really does need changing. And I don't know what those little icons are. It's interesting. Let's click and see. Oh, hello, primary. So that's taken me straight to the primary widget area, which is this bit here. So I could close it, I could remove it, or I could close. I can actually edit those straight from in here. That's interesting. It's come a long way since I last played with it. So it's now gone back to the widgets area, header image, background image, menus. So this is back to the pages. It's interesting that there was not pages set up when I used this theme. It's actually defaulting to how I did it. Was I set various blogs under different blog category names, and then stuck those category names into a I don't know that I even put it into a menu. I think I did some coding behind the scenes, but it's actually managed to pick that up when they've gone and upgraded and allowed pages. Menu locations just caught my eye. So there is an awful lot more that you can do on WordPress.com now that you couldn't do before. The theme supports only one menu, so if I wanted more than one menu, I'd have to go and look at a different theme. This is what I mean when I say have a think before you select your theme about what you might want to be put on it. Because if I get on here and I think, nope, I need a menu here, and I need a menu here, and I need a menu somewhere else, then this is the wrong theme. You needed to have planned that out to some degree before you chose your theme. And widgets are the default sidebar, which is here, and the first, excuse the quick scrolling, because this is a blog site, it's a very long page, and of course it doesn't have all those nice nifty bars to the bottom. So clearly this theme is no longer working well with the footers, so I would really wanting to be moving this around. So this is the first footer widget area, second footer widget area, third footer widget area, and fourth on this particular theme, which allows for 4 reorder. I can only reorder within a. So there's the second, which is the links, and there's the so I can't do it from there. And this is where it gets a little confusing on WordPress. Yes, I've made some changes, but I haven't actually made any changes that I want to keep, so I am going to leave the page, this section. The spot where you really want to move around widgets, and this is where the power of WordPress comes in, is what we were looking at a minute ago. Here's the same thing but in a different way. So the default sidebars, it would allow me a secondary sidebar, but I don't actually have one set up. That would be if I had a sidebar left and right, or 2 left or 2 right. But I wasn't happy with where those footers are, so this is going to be hard to do because I'm filming. So let's move the calendar search by post up to here, and that's how easy it is to move something on here. And the third footer area can be about me, and the fourth can be pages. So that I don't have to save here because it's a widget area, but again, that's details I'll get into more when we do WordPress training. And if I refresh the front end of the page here, A, it's changed the background, and B, if I go down to the bottom, see, I wouldn't have a scroll page near as long as this anymore. So it's automatically moved that over to there. So if that here, the address is now wrong, the phone number is now wrong, the time's now wrong. I'm not even operating that business anymore. The about, there is no about me, so clearly I've got it there, but I actually don't have. Oh, okay. The about me widget will no longer be available after July the 1st. After this date, with simple text link to about me, or it doesn't. So I'm going to delete that. And so let's put this one into there. And let's put that one into there because it makes more sense. And so, okay, so I want to change those. So the address is now PO Box 494. This was a local business when I was running it. And I could show a map if I wanted to, and there is no phone number, and there is no hours. And so I save. And it's saved. And if I go back and refresh, and of course it refreshes back to the top of the page again. Okay, so that's looking a whole lot better. Yeah, search posts by date. You know, I'd be playing around here. I probably wouldn't have search posts by date, and I wouldn't have search for a post. I wouldn't have both of those. It looks a bit silly. And the blog roll was that went to the old website, which is now gone, and that went out to the YouTube channel, which is still there, and that's got, I don't know, 70, 80, 100 videos on it, because it's like a library for me. So I've digressed for a bit. So that's sort of a little bit of a quick whiz around the back end. Menus is where you set the menu structure. So where we were looking at appearance before and theme options, a lot of these ones will take you to the same spot. I'm not going to go into how you set up pages. We'll do that later. The media library is, as you would think, it's a library of all the images. So any of the images that I've got anywhere, either in blogs or on pages, are stored here in the media library. It also stores any PDFs or video files, and you can add certain. Not on this. You can't add you can't add plugins to WordPress.org, WordPress.com, which is the other big difference to WordPress.org. And then the other nice thing, just to finish up with WordPress.com, is here's your various stats. Some of this is the same in terms of the settings we saw elsewhere, but here's the stats of when I posted. So you can get insights into when I posted. Clearly, there hasn't been any posts for a long time. It's been 3 years since Puppies 4 to 6 weeks was published. That's the most recent one. It could tell me, so it's still telling me there's still been 9 views, 0 likes, 0 comments. Today's stats, well, yes, me. I was on this site without logging in before, so be careful of those stats. If you're going in and out without being logged in, it's going to record you as a visitor. All-time post views, visitors, best ever views, etc., etc. Most popular days. So it gives you, without going and installing Google Analytics, which you can't because this won't let you, it gives you a little bit of feedback as to what's going on with your site. But if you're really wanting to go and get massive feedback about your site, then don't go to WordPress.com, go to WordPress.org. So that might, and the other point I wanted to show you is that you can actually on this put more than one site. So these are all different sites. Different WordPress.com sites. You can't link across to you can't have WordPress.org sites in here. We really wish you could. That would be something really nice to be able to view all our WordPress.org sites like this, but at this stage you can't. So I could go to various sites here and have a look if I'm working on various sites or moving stuff across from one site to another. So that wraps it up for today. If you want to see the behind the scenes look at Wix or Weebly, then hop onto our YouTube channel. If you were part of the webinar we ran just recently, then you'll get the PDF download that was from that. We'll be back soon with a behind the scenes look at WordPress.org. In the meantime, if you want any edits or you want a Weebly, Wix, WordPress.com or WordPress.org website set up or edited, don't hesitate to contact us at dynamicvirtualassistance.com. And we're happy to talk to you about all your needs. The first 30 minutes of any chat is free, and from then we go on for how we could help you in terms of your needs. So have a great day, and we'll talk soon.